Hi everyone, my name is Aladapo Johnson. Otsukoya. I want to continue on how to pass examination. I have listed 5 points before, so I want to conclude with the points. So another point is ask relevant questions from your teacher before the examinations. This is very, very important. It's very, very vital because you need to be open to questions and to receive the right answers. There are a lot of things you have learned in one class or the other, and this is particularly for the SS3 students. There are some things you have, wrong information you have heard or you have you already have in your heart. So if there is anything that you are doubtful of, try as much as you can to ask your teachers before the examination to get clarification. Another point is use the best reading technique that suits you. You can read in the morning, early in the morning, maybe 4 a.m. or 3 a.m. to 6 before you start preparing for school. It could be late in the night. It could be immediately after school, after you come back from school. It can be any time. Like when I was growing up, some people would put their legs in water so that they wouldn't sleep or whatever means. Some people listen to music on silent mode, a lot of things. Just make sure you have your own reading technique that suits you. Don't copy others. Somebody will say, I read at a particular time because you wanted to suit your friend. You start following them. In the long run, it may affect your health. So just use the best method. Then eat healthily and have a very healthy lifestyle. That's very, very important. Don't overeat. Some people, after eating, when they want to read, they'll start snacking on healthy snacks or healthy dishes or food. It is not really good, because if you think because I'm reading I'm burning energy and you start eating something that will be inimical to your health or that will affect your health in the long run, you'll be the one to bear it. Remember, you have life after examination, so you need to be wary, you need to be careful of what you eat. Another point is have a reading plan or a timetable. This is very, very important. You need to make sure you have the time you read. If it is maybe you want to read 4 hours during the day and 4 hours at night, or 2 hours during the day, 2 hours at night, just make sure you have that time and you follow it. And you have to do it with the support of your parents or your guardian and your siblings. You need to tell them from so time to so time, when I come back from school or during the weekend, this is time I want to read. So if there's anything you want to do for your parents before that time, you should have allotted your responsibility to you. Not that, let's assume you want to read by 2 and you have been around since, let's say, 12. You would have told your parents, by so time I'll start reading. So if there's anything you need to do for them before that time, you should have done it. Not that when it is that time, they will now start sending you something, except the thing is emergency. So you need to have your time planned properly, and you are trying to also help your future, because when you gain admission into an institution or for whatever other thing, you discover that as far as you have mastered this method of time management, of having a timetable or time for each of your activity, it will help you to manage yourself very well. So it is very, very important. Don't trivialize it. Don't underrate it. It will be useful for you. So another one is seek God's guidance. It is very important. If you are a religious person, ask God to give you direction. As a Christian, ask for the help of the Holy Spirit, and He will tell you where to read. It has always worked for me, so you can also apply that. Another point is write the examination. You have prepared all this while. Now it is the examination proper. Write the examination. Don't just prepare for preparation's sake. Make sure you register for the exam and write the examination. Another point to note in writing of examination is make sure you do that in relation with the cooperation of your friends. I know of somebody that wanted to write examination and forgot the day of exam. The person slept off, thinking it wasn't the day of the examination. I could remember when I was writing my SSC then, even though I don't even know this point, but I made sure I checked the timetable before leaving home and probably check what we have tomorrow. And by the time I get to school, I will also ask from my colleagues, what are we having tomorrow, just to be sure. Even during my undergraduate days, that's the method I use. I don't overdo. I don't do too no over sabi. I ask, what are we doing tomorrow? Is it not this? Then if you are wrong, they will correct. That was the time I made a mistake of a particular when I was as an undergraduate. When we are not used to having one exam immediately after finishing another one. But I think there was just an interval of 30 minutes or 1 hour in between. That was the only time excuse me. That was the only time I experienced that as an undergraduate. So I had to ask my colleagues, and they told me we will have another exam 1 hour after that one. So I had to prepare. If I had not told them, I would have finished the exam and gone to my hostel to sleep. So it is good to study in cooperation with your colleagues. Just have study group. It may not really be a study group, but somebody you can always communicate with. So make sure you have somebody that you can confirm things from. Is it so we have tomorrow? What time are we having our comments tomorrow? What are we having so? So make sure you ask them just to confirm. And please read the instruction. It is always vital to read the instructions. Whatever they say. If they ask you to write your name, and whatever method they ask you to. If it is capital letter, if it is with black pen or blue pen, make sure you follow the instruction on how to write your name, write the examination number, write the center number. Just make sure you did the right thing. Where you need to use pencil, use pencil. Where you need to use pen, also known as biro, use biro. Make sure you follow the instruction and the type of pencil. Don't do I too know. If they don't like, if they like, they should not follow. They should not follow what I have given them. In the long run, you'll be the one to bear the brunt. Make sure you follow the instruction. Understand the questions before answering them. This is also important. If you are asked to list, and wherever you are told to list and explain. These are some of the things I have observed about students in students scripts. Sometimes they will tell them to list and explain. They will only list and forget about explaining. And listing can be 1 mark. If you lose 1 mark times 10, you may end up having D7 or E8. So it is good to follow, and just 1 mark could make you to have C6 or A1. So you need to be sure of the instruction, understand the instruction before answering the question. Then write legibly or correctly. This is very, very important. Some of you, your handwriting is like lizard. When lizard wants to write something, somebody will write the THE. You will see something else because the writing is poor. So many students have failed their essays as a result of poor handwriting. If your handwriting is very poor, go and buy is it 2D or I think it's 2D. Go and buy a letter writing book to start practicing. It is not too late. Even as an undergraduate, I have advised people to do that, and it helped them. So please, your writing is very important, or else the script writer marker will be tired, and not everyone has that patience of reading a script all over. So just make sure it is clear. And if it is not clear enough, somebody will just cancel it because they don't understand what you have written. And then use the right language. If you are asked a question in English, don't use your mother tongue. I have seen that too. Don't use your mother tongue. If your English is poor, go and upgrade yourself. Don't use your mother tongue to answer a question. Even if I understood your language and you use an inappropriate language in that examination, I will wrong it. So use, because that is the instruction for any examination. And lastly, submit your scripts and follow the examination protocol or instruction. After submission, some supervisor will tell you, or invigilator will tell you to tick your name. Don't just submit and rush out. Ask questions. Sometimes they will pass attendance sheet. Some of you will say, after all, they've called my name, they've ticked it before. Examination bodies have their own means or ways of checking things. You can't just say, because I have marked it once, I don't need to mark it again. If you marked once and you don't mark the second time, it may disqualify you, because it means that person has been impersonated. And make sure you check your signature. Don't just put, if you don't have a balanced or a how will I put it now, a good signature, a signature that you have known very well, try to sign and recheck. Try to sign and recheck till you have a good signature. The signature I'm currently using is the one I used 16 years ago when I wanted to write my SSC. And so I'm still using the signature, because I continued to use it for other documents, though I didn't get it. Sometimes it may not really look like it, but I practice the signature. So please follow all instructions, and they are very, very vital for your success. I have listed 14 points. Make sure you read through, correct yourself where you are wrong, and improve on the ones you are already doing. I will list them all over again. Use the recommended textbooks, not summary, not key points. Use the appropriate materials for preparation. Prepare well or properly ahead. Another point is answer past questions correctly without checking the answer at the back of your book. Another one is consider past questions at least 10 years before your current year of examination. Do it back to back, like twice before the real examination. Another one is ask relevant questions from your teachers before the examination, not during the exam that you'll be asking them questions. That's expo, and it is illegal. Use the best reading techniques that suits you. Also, have healthy lifestyle or healthy eating habits. Then have a reading plan or timetable. It's also important. Seek God's assistance or guidance if you are a religious person. Write the examination and follow or read the instruction before you embark on it. Understand everything that is stated in the examination. Then understand the question before answering them. Another point is write legibly or correctly. Don't use bad handwriting. And some of you will say you are using cursive or whatever. If you use the wrong handwriting and the person cannot read it, you are on your own. Oh. Then use the right language. Use the language of instruction in that examination or of that subject. And lastly, submit your scripts and follow the examination protocol or the instruction. Sign in and sign out before you leave, so that you don't experience missing script. And the last point, the essence of signing in and signing out is, if there is a mistake, maybe your result is not released, that can be used to trace your script in case. So thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to our channel and encourage your friends and family, your parents, to subscribe as well by pressing the subscribe button. Thank you very much.